Hi everyone, I'm Al Culleton. I'm one of the bartenders over at Gigantic in East Hampton. I'm also a writer, mostly write about cocktails, spirits, history of food and beverage. And today we're going to tell you a little bit about the sherry cobbler before you learn how to make one. The cobbler is one of the very first 19th century cocktails. It is one of the first drinks that demands ice as part of its preparation. And it also had a big hand in popularizing the straw because people's teeth were pretty bad back then and folks weren't used to drinking really, really cold drinks. So in order to bypass the teeth completely, a straw, or reed as they often called it then, was employed to achieve that goal of having, a pleasurable experience drinking something that was very cold. Now, the fortified wine that we use to make a cobbler, often with sherry, of course, but also port, Madeira, vermouths are fortified wines, technically. Quinine-infused wines like Lillet are also fortified wines. And we really love fortified wines at Gigantic, and I love using them in general. So these wines are actually fortified with a little bit of spirit so that the wine is more stable and can survive a sea voyage, say from Spain or Portugal to Britain, which is the original reason that they fortified wines in the first place. The sherry cobbler, also of note, was the official drink of the American bar at the Paris Exposition of 1867. And they were going through like hundreds of cases of sherry every day because that's how much people loved it. I'm going to send you over to my alter ego, Al the bartender, now so that you can learn how to make one. Happy mixing. So these are some of my favorite products to work with. We use a really nice Oloroso Sherry here. And before we add that, I'm going to put in a wheel of lemon, 2 half wheels of orange, and half an ounce of simple syrup into my shaker tin, the little one. And then I'm gonna muddle just a little bit so I release the juice and some of those oils. This kind of primes the fruit for shaking. And in the summertime, I use all kinds of fruit, stone fruit, berries, etc. But we're not quite there yet. I'm gonna then add 3 ounces today because our glasses here are like 12 ounces, so I don't want to overwhelm the glass with too much mixture. And then here we use big cubes, but at home you're probably going to use a few smaller cubes. Seal your shaker and shake for 15 seconds. There's even a shaker called the Cobbler shaker. We don't use those here. This is a Boston shaker, but that's how popular the cobbler was. Okay, you getting it? We're gonna double strain this because there's quite a bit of pulp, etc. that's going to be in here. So the Hawthorne strainer is used to hold back most of the solids and the ice. The fine strainer catches anything that you might not get otherwise. You use this for egg white drinks as well. Anything that's going to have, like if you make a brandy Alexander or something, you don't want little pieces of ice floating in a dairy drink. So now here we're lucky enough to have proper pebble ice, which is really like little round pebbles. But at home you could crush some ice in like a canvas bag with a wooden mallet, or even with your muddler, or really anything, just be careful. And then we're gonna do some mint. So I like to, all bartenders do this, We actually slap the mint like this, which releases a lot of aromas from the herbs. And you can do this with any herb if you use basil or tarragon in a drink. And then I like to do a little wheel of whatever I used for citrus. Put your straw really close to the mint so that the person smells the mint right away. And a lot of the old recipes for these drinks say to garnish it in a tasty manner, which is great. I wish we still said things like that today. But a few berries and mint and some citrus, and you've got yourself a really nice, authentic, especially in this glass, sherry cobbler to enjoy. Happy drinking. Thanks everyone for tuning in today. Want to wish you well right now in this difficult time and hope that you and yours are all safe and sound right now and healthy. If you do have the means, we would appreciate a small tip to our Venmo. It's gigantic-bar to keep the bar going and all of us with a bit of money in our pockets while we wait for the bar to reopen, and we can't wait to see you again. So good luck at home and stay tuned for more of our videos. Thank you.